more than 300 J-20, more than 350 J-16, more than 700 J-10. By 2024, how many active fighter jets will the Chinese Air Force have compared to the United States? According to data reported by foreign media, as of June of the year 2024, the J-20 fighter jet has been deployed to 14 brigades, with more than 300 in service. As early as October of the year 2022, external estimates already put the number of J-20s at over 200. 2 years later, it's not difficult for the number of J-20s to surpass 300. With the year 2025 approaching, it is expected that the number of J-20s will approach or even exceed 350. The United States Air Force is now equipped with 400 F-35A and 185 F-22 aircraft. The total number of fifth-generation aircraft exceeds ours by over 200, but in terms of the quality of fifth-generation aircraft, ours are superior. Whether it's the American F-22 or F-35, they are no match for the J-20. However, with the introduction of our country's second fifth-generation fighter, the J-35A, the number of fifth-generation fighters we possess will gradually catch up to the number held by the Americans. Similarly, as of June 2024, the number of J-16s has already surpassed 350. The J-16 was in service a year earlier than the J-20. Although it is a fourth-and-a-half generation, its cost is not cheap compared to the J-20, with a unit price of $80 million, while the J-20 costs only $110 million. Therefore, even though the J-16 was in service earlier, when considering the cost, its construction speed is certainly not that fast. However, the United States Air Force only has 2 F-15X aircraft to compare with the J-16, and the total number of other models of this aircraft is approximately 363, which is on par with the J-16. Currently, there are more than 700 J-10 aircraft in service. Among them, there are about 40 of the basic type, approximately 330 of the J-10A type, 58 of the J-10B type, and 278 of the J-10C type. The United States has nearly 900 of the F-16 series, but China also has over 300 of the J-11 series, This indicates that aside from the difference in the number of fifth-generation aircraft with the United States, we have essentially matched the US Air Force in the number of other types of fighter jets. When comparing further, it becomes apparent that the gap between the Chinese and American Air Forces in other areas isn't significant. In fact, we are a step ahead in early warning aircraft. Although American bombers appear more advanced than ours, we already possess weaponry more practical than bombers. Currently, the only substantial gap remaining is in the area of transport aircraft. Strategic transport aircraft are essential equipment for intercontinental operations. The main features of this equipment include strong load capacity, long range, and the capability to complete flight missions under extremely complex weather conditions, as well as take off and land at relatively simple airports. If strategic transport aircraft are not equipped, the Air Force can only conduct operations nearby, as fighter jets have limited range, and it is difficult to perform long-distance flight and operations without logistical support. Since our country's large transport aircraft started relatively late, we must continue to increase their numbers while ensuring quality. However, the American C-17 transport aircraft have now ceased production. I believe we will soon be able to fill this gap. We only need to wait for the future.